So, learning, which goes through the uncomfortable terrain of unlearning, is a skill. So, my friend, in 2022, make sure that you give yourself the gift of learning how to learn. Hi there, welcome to the Absolutely Right podcast, India's first graphology based leadership show. I'm your host, Aditi Surana. I'm a behavioral analyst, a high performance coach, and an anti anxiety expert. So every week, we talk about one anecdotal story that can leave you thinking, reflecting, altering your behavior to claim the best possible version of yourself in these short Friday episodes. Today's story comes from our monthly newsletter that I started during the lockdown. And, the whole idea was to, again, share these small observations. I'm a big fan of small observations, small changes, creating big impact. So this one was really popular and we received so much of love. So I thought I should share the story. One day I was driving to my yoga class. It was early in the morning, around 5:15. And Bombay is not quiet usually, but that hour you can just find all signals non functional. You can drive at the speed that you like. It's beautiful, quiet. The highway was just perfect. And on top of that, I was listening to Rahul Deshpande's Kannada Raza Pandharisa, one of my favorite songs. So the setting was something that you look forward to. And suddenly, somebody started using the light dipper, like those people who flicker the light to give signals, and started honking immediately because he wanted to overtake. I looked at the situation. There was ample space on one side, and he was still trying to honk. I thought, what's wrong? Why is he doing it? But he didn't look sure about his move. He was confused, and I could see that, like he was trying to find his way out and still wasn't sure and still figuring. I wondered, and just to make the situation easier, I moved my car to one side, giving him ample space to drive, which he did. And as he passed me by, I looked at him just to observe and understand why would somebody do that at this hour. And I realized he had that big learning sign on his car. You know how people use the red plastic tape to just do the learning sign? He had that big L written on his car. And I thought that's so interesting. The very moment I saw that L, all my irritation, confusion, and raising eyebrow dropped because I understood that he doesn't know how to drive the car. However, that thought stayed with me. I thought it's so interesting. If it is a driver, a stranger on the road, we are so compassionate. We are so easy on them the very moment we know they do not know something. But we don't use these learning signs when it comes to learning about our relationships or our finances or about parenting or about learning new career move. There we expect ourselves and others to just get it. Why can't we create the learning mechanism? Imagine like you have the learning sign which says so much, right? It says, okay, I'm learning and you need to be careful because I do not know the skill. Or it also says that, okay, if I go wrong, which I will, make sure that you compensate and give me little time and space to figure it out. It also says that thank you for your cooperation and being so considerate. All of it in that one L sign. In my observation as a high performance coach, I've seen this over and over again that high performers, they might be masters of skills that they have, but they have one skill that they work on constantly, and that is a skill of how to learn, because learning is a skill. You don't get it just like that. You got to work at it. You got to see where your ego comes into play, how stubborn you are about not letting things go, how you want to hold on to your ideas that have already worked. So learning, which goes through the uncomfortable terrain of unlearning, is a skill. So, my friend, in 2022, make sure that you give yourself the gift of learning how to learn. And once you know that skill, any walk of life, any situation, any problem, you can find a solution out of it if you know that no matter how deep you fall, how difficult it is, you would learn a way out of it. And I feel that is really, really powerful. I am a big believer of small learnings, small transformations creating big impact. And we do that on a regular basis in India's first mental and emotional gym called APT. If you would like to join this community of smart professionals who are constantly learning and figuring how to work with their emotions and their thoughts and their overall productivity, then please check out apt, A-P-T, aptforme.com. You will be surprised to see how amazing these small little learnings are. So, this is a mental gym, probably something that you got to start working out on in the coming year. If you are a fan of learning something on a regular basis, pretty much a daily basis, then you would love our new podcast that is starting on 1st Jan 2022 called Mental Fitbit. So make sure that you put a reminder to check that out because it will give you so many beautiful little nuggets that you can carry on with your everyday. So start your day with being mentally fit. That's a simple idea. I'll see you on Wednesday with one more episode of the Absolutely Right podcast. Till then, happy writing.